Love you guys. Mwah.
Hello, my name is Maria Canales-Bennett, and I am the First Lady of Professional Wrestling, and you're watching CovalentTV.
Hey guys, you're watching CovalentTV with my friends, and this is Kayla Sparks here, and make sure you tune in and stay positive and girl power.
As another Friday is upon us, I thought about how poetic life can be. You know, you get older, you realize the poetry in life. As Werner changes his depends, you realize the poetry in life. And the poetic justice that is tonight's SmackDown, being in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the crowd popping for Columbus, Ohio, changed Werner's life forever. So that means... welcome to your WWE SmackDown live review. This is your boy, Mr. Stark, saying,
big dude.
It happened, Warren. I hate to tell you, but it happened. You heard it. I heard it. We all heard it. I know that had to hurt, brother. I know everybody, we need to get Werner's therapy fund started. Let's get that started early. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang, and Truth Seekers roll call in the comment section. You okay, Werner? Are you like, no, seriously, that was rough. I'm being dead serious. I'm not even trolling. Are you okay?
You know, halfway through this show, I was just ready to grab something that is legal and maybe become on the news tonight. I don't know. It was bad tonight. Apparently, people from that place that shall not be mentioned.
It was mentioned.
Decided to make the drive up to Grand Rapids. So
it was
at least
so loud, bro. Why was it so loud? Why was it so
apparently
loud?
The people in Ohio are okay with paying our taxes and giving us money to pay for players. I'm okay with that. I've made, but this. Look,
I groaned for Werner. I was at the crib and I heard, oh man, I hate skipping ahead. But they was like, Alexa from Columbus, Ohio, and I heard a roar. I was like, oh, I said, oh no, Werner's gonna be all right, bro. We go get through this review.
There's a lot of state fans in that county. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, it's gonna be
that's definitely an East Lansing stronghold. So anything that's anti-Michigan, they root for.
Well, look, you would know better than me, but I know that was still hurtful to your spirit.
It was. It really. Oh,
and
God,
to,
this
and
show.
to address, because I'm gonna get this out the way early, because I know that there was a couple people that hit me up to ask me about the Charlotte thing. Like, rage bait doesn't work on me. Like when people like, have you seen this? Like, oh, it's gonna get him. He's gonna get so mad. No. Don't do that. It doesn't work. Rage bait does not work on me. Just don't even try it. Okay. So to the people that did ask me about it, my only take on that is this. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just a very simple thing called butthurt. Okay?
Yes.
Every time Charlotte Flair comes to Chicago, she gets that work from the Chicago crowd. Every time. Every time. I remember it going back to the beginning of her career on the main roster. For whatever reason or another, in Chicago, she gets that work. Like how Atlantis Senior and Junior just got it in Grand Slam, Mexico, is how Charlotte gets it every time she's in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So no, and when you got people like Stone Cold Steve Austin who says the Rosemont Horizon is one of the best places to perform in professional wrestling, I'm sorry, I think that cancels out what Charlotte had to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my opinion on it. All the people that respect him be like, fuck that bitch, piece of shit, fucking whore. Nope. Because she knew that was disingenuous. It was just butthurt. You know, like, why even get upset about something like that? Composure, poetry. And we're going to have a lot of poetry tonight, okay? I already gave y'all one piece of poetry. I got Werner's poetry out the way early, so that way he doesn't have to be depressed about it later on. Yeah? Let's make sure that we get that stuff out the way early. Therapy is important. If you need the help, get the help. I don't know who Werner would consult in this situation, but he's going to consult Stephen A. Smith. That's going to be his therapist.
Fuck no, I'm not.
That is going to be Werner's therapist.
No.
During this matter. He is going to be consulting.
He will get a baseball bat to the head.
He's going to consult Stephen A. Smith's hairline. That's who he's going to consult.
What hairline?
So therefore, it's going to be a far ways back from what he's used to. So, okay, so he's going to consult Stephen A. Smith's hairline. Y'all going to pay for it, too. Watch this. Y'all going to send through enough donations to pay for it. All right, we going to buy Werner some clippers. So when he goes into that therapy session with Stephen A. Smith's hairlines, you know what I'm saying? He could just go ahead and just shave his head off and shave Stephen A. Smith's off. 2 for 1 special. Huh? See, I'm resourceful around it. You got to make the most with what you got. All right, beautiful people. Now, we got a job to do. It is bringing y'all the news, holding one special, accountable, and bringing you facts, data, statistics as we go, because that is just what we do. But I'm foregoing drawing accountability for something a little bit bigger. All right? Now, if Werner steals my thunder on it, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into it, but let's find out. Let's go ahead and get into 10 news. Therapy.
So,
go ahead.
So apparently, if you are a woman in WWE and you get injured as a champion in WWE, you get to keep that title through your injury. Because Liv Morgan going to be out, 6-7 months, and they have no plans of stripping her and Raquel Rodriguez of the belts.
You freaky motherfuckers that's in the stream right now, he's talking about championships.
Yeah,
I know y'all heard stripping and got excited.
Yeah.
Look at you. You got to be the example, dickhead. Girl. Goodness gracious. You got to be the fucking example, dude. All right, but yes. Werner.
This is, again, we go back to this. Strip them or get rid of those damn belts.
So Werner went to Chicken Strip University, so that's why he's so passionate about stripping. First and foremost, I want everybody to understand that, okay? Never insult CSU around him. But, no, in all seriousness, this is to satiate the palates of Liv Morgan simps, basically. Because y'all know what would happen if they got stripped of those titles. Liv Morgan simps for the next five months and what we say at this point, 3 weeks. For the next 5 months and 3 weeks, WWE would not hear the end of why did they strip the belts off of Liv? Not our Liv. Liv. Oh, they wouldn't hear the end of it. Now, this is where I'm actually going to give WWE a little bit of grace. Not Jordan grace. I'm just going to give them a little bit of grace. I wouldn't want to hear that bullshit for the next 5 months either. I wouldn't want to hear that 4 months if she's lucky, by the way. But like, dude, I wouldn't want to hear that for the next 5 months either. And why not? The division is ice cold, so you might as well put them belts on fucking ice. Might as well. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but WWE, Warner might disagree. They making the right decision because you might as well freeze that division until you can figure it out. Which we know they won't, but I mean, like...
You shouldn't have a division if you have to figure this out.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well ice it. You might as well.
And then to get back to the Liv Morganson stuff, according to Nick Khan, they don't book for the whiny IWC. They book for the universe. You didn't steal my thunder on that, but that was something that I was going to definitely talk about as we went on in this stream, because what I want to talk about is something completely different. I gotta give you your propers on bringing that up, because in no uncertain terms, in very short order, he basically said, we don't care if you're on the internet and you criticize us. We don't give a damn what you think. We're going to book. I direct the creative team to book for all of the idiot imbecile robots that are in the arenas, and they openly just admitted it. So if you are criticizing WWE on Twitter, this is Warner, this is why I always tell people, whoa, why don't you tweet these opinions? Why don't you ever tweet these opinions? No.
I'm sure they would get, no, that doesn't put a face to the fucking take. It doesn't. I told y'all, I have evidence that they were circulating our reviews around the WWE office. I want them to see my face when I say this stuff. This is why I say y'all little tweets don't be fucking mattering. No offense. Some of y'all takes actually be pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Some of y'all takes be good. But this is why I say, don't sitting up on Twitter all day dissing WWE and all that stuff. It's meaningless. Like, I like a few of them because I agree with them, but dude, it's pointless. It's falling on deaf corporation, not ears. It's falling on deaf corporation.
Yeah.
Get in front of a camera and a mic and say this shit. Make your voice actually heard. Because they can't chalk us up as internet fans. One, because we ain't fans of the WWE product.
No.
And two, because we're old enough to where you can't pull that bullshit with us. You can't do the whole, oh, we don't listen to the people on the internet. These young people on the internet, all they do is criticize. No. Sir, we've been watching wrestling about just as long as you have.
If not longer.
No. So I respect it. I do. I respect y'all takes, and I do. But man, y'all be wasting y'all finger typing abilities. Y'all be wasting it so much. They don't care. Get in front of a camera and a microphone and say this stuff. That holds more weight. This is why I said a long time ago. I said this last year. Around like November. I said, if all of the WWE controlled media got on their podcast and criticized WWE, that would be a big first step in them changing their product. I said that. That'd be a huge first step. If all these cheese platter recipients got in front of a camera and a microphone and said, yo, this shit is ass, that would be a step in the right direction. But they don't. And I'm humble enough and self-aware enough to admit that we don't have a big enough platform, at least when it comes to this. When it comes to the podcast portion, we don't have a big enough platform yet to where we can make that change, but that's not going to stop us from telling the truth.
Right.
Because all it takes is one stream to pop. All it takes is one shout out to pop. That's it. One cosign to pop. That's all it takes. And me and Werner know that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had that. On our first page, we had that. We was going live to Werner. When we, please correct me if I'm wrong, when we going live to 400 people to start at one point, 400 people to start.
Yeah. That was back when we were just doing Facebook.
Strictly. You think we not going to get back there? We had to hit the reset button. Not by choice. We had to hit the reset button. You think we not going to get back there? I'm preparing y'all for the groundswell, dude. Oh, and by the way, if your comment got deleted, you know why. I'm not going to explain, and neither is Werner.
Nope.
If your comment got deleted, you know fucking why. Don't play stupid. You watch our show all the time. But that's where I'm at with it, guys. That's where I'm at with it. Nick Khan said something that all of you should take heed to. They don't care. Go into the arena and voice your opinion. Drones, which we know you won't.
Because everything is awesome.
But if you are not in the arena, homie, get a camera and a fucking microphone and talk your shit, please.
Mm-hmm.
You think, let's play a numbers game. You think if, let's say, 10,000 podcasters, 10,000. Think about the population of the United States of America. If 10,000 pro wrestling podcasters cropped up out of nowhere and they were all criticized WWE for what they do wrong, that WWE would be able to ignore that? Like, actually ask yourself that question. Actually ask yourself that question. Because that's all it would take. Let me be honest. I don't even think it would take that much. I think it would take like somewhere between 500 to 1,000. You get 500 to 1,000 podcasters that get in front of a microphone and tell the truth about WWE like we do. You think WWE can ignore that? Because that's how they control the propaganda. That's how they control the propaganda. It's a numbers game. If we can buy all of the media and buy them out without actually having to pay them, and all we got to do is give them credentials and cheese platters, oh, if that's all we got to do, then in which case we could get them on our side. Let's just start reaching out to them and giving them talent interviews. That's all they did. Payola is a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like before we had NIL programs in college, that's what was happening. How y'all think Bama get 5-star recruits every fucking year? How do you think LSU gets 5-star recruits every year? As much as Werner would hate for me to say this, how do you think Michigan and Ohio State get 5-star recruits every fucking year before NIL existed? You think they just go into houses and just sitting down and talking to parents and the kid is just like, yeah, I'm coming to your school? No. You think that's just what it is? Werner, you could contest it all the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying is true.
No, I'm just remembering the one time Harbaugh did a sleepover at a commit's house.
That's what
to
I'm
get
saying.
him to commit to Michigan.
You think he ain't slide something under his pillow like the Tooth Fairy during that sleepover?
I don't think it was him, but I'm sure it was a friend of the program.
Come on, dude. People got to wake up, bro. That's what WWE is doing. So Nick Khan is like, yo, if you don't fall under that category, we don't give a fuck about your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Let me read the super chats real quick. Adrian Carpenter came through with an early 10 schmackaroos. saying, hold up, didn't all the drones hate on Tony Khan when he used to have interim titles when champs got injured, but this is okay? Yeah, because, Warner, I'm going to leave this for you to say. WWE good.
Everything else bad.
It's just that simple, dude. It's just that simple. Anything else is persona non grata. Any other explanation someone tries to give you on why that narrative is the way it is, they're lying. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. And that actually plays into my point that I was just making a second ago. When the media is constantly telling you everything WWE does good and everything else bad. Oh, and one more thing, and then it's something I want to touch on. Y'all notice this? Ever since TNA and AAA became WWE adjacent, you notice that the criticisms via media about those promotions has gone just absolutely radio silent?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else notice that? Anybody else notice that? So if you ever doubting the truth behind what I'm saying or the credibility behind what I'm saying, just pay attention. I say that on the show all the time. Just listen. When you sit down and you watch us, just listen. You'll catch a few gems that most motherfuckers are put behind a paywall. Just listen. Stop trying to get yourself over. Stop trying to get us to say our isms without putting through a super chat. Stop trying to force a subject. Stop trying to do all that stuff and just fucking listen. Engage as you go. Because if you're listening, you'll learn something. I learned that in life early. I grew up in a military family. You listen, you learn. You can extrapolate what's bullshit and what's real later on, but in that moment, you listen and you learn. Because you can learn from a stupid motherfucker too. You can learn what not to do, what not to say. So sometimes I just be wanting y'all to listen and respond to what I say as it goes. Same thing with Werner. Okay? Robert came through with the 10 schmackaroos and the KO hippo. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Bang, bang, bang.
Appreciate you.
bang.
Appreciate you. Thank you. So that's all we got as of right now, ladies and gentlemen. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Keep the good vibes and energy going, beautiful people. Keep that shit going, man. Keep that shit going. We need that as we go. All right? So, we have to get into a portion of the show that cuts like a knife. Speaking of which, y'all might want to give me one because I'm going to be situating myself on the outside of this segment tonight for something else. But Werner is going to take his seat on the bench at the big house. So if y'all know what portion of the show is coming up, go ahead and drop that brang tang tang in the comment section. But even if you decide you are not going to because you sell mayonnaise in Hardside Park, I'm going to tell you punk ass anyway. It is time for Werner to hold one special. Dumbass. Accountable. It is time for Mayo accountability. Lego.
This is from Twitter.
Twitter.
This is from Carlos the Dwarf, ?
Holy fucking shit. Okay.
Oh my God.
For context, someone put up the ratings for Grand Slam.
Uh-huh.
To which Carlos the Dwarf, ? Said, and I quote, obviously Tony Khan leaked the ratings before the show even happened to explain his comments about viewership being up.
What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck did you just say?
Obviously, Tony Khan leaked the ratings before the show even happened to explain his comments about viewership being up.
Huh? How? How? Where are y'all getting this shit from? No. It might just be my blood coagulating because it's hot as a motherfucker, but Jesus, tap dancing Christ. What? Where was this energy when WWE was leaking Fast Nationals? What are y'all?
Remember, WWE good, everything else bad.
Dude, that's a textbook example. You should have said this was a textbook drone accountability. That's a textbook example. So when WWE was caught leaking Fast Nationals,
Swept it under the rug. That was gone within 2 hours.
But Tony has a reason to leak a pretty amazing rating just to reinforce a point. Y'all talk above y'all pay grade too much, dude. Some of y'all need to, like, I don't think y'all know how bosses move. Y'all getting a bonus from me tonight. I don't think y'all know how bosses really move. Like, bosses don't, like, what? That is so asinine. Bosses do not move like that. The only time a boss gets ahead of something is if there's impending doom to a company or there's a scandal. That's the only time bosses get ahead of something. Why would he need to get ahead of that? It was a great fucking rating. Oh, let me get ahead of this to tell everyone this rating so I look good. What? What? What do y'all be pulling this shit from? Oh, I know. It's shit, so you're pulling it out your ass. That doesn't even make sense. Let me spend money to leak a rating that's great. No, that's your company. Stop projecting. That's your company that was spending money to buy Fast Nationals and feeding them to the goddamn Captain Tetherbabble Alfred. That was your company. Can y'all stop? Holy fucking shit. That's not how bosses move. The brain rot of you WWE fans never ceases to amaze me. Y'all find new ways to top your stupidity. What? Oh my God. Send that to me, bro.
Yeah.
Send that to me, dog. Send that to me.
Yeah.
That needs to go up. Like, that needs to go up on the page. Like, I think you need to put that on the page.
I'll put it on the page.
That doesn't even make fucking sense. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Y'all got to do better. Drones, y'all got to find something to do. Like, during the day, find something to do, bro.
Okay.
Go for a walk. Go to the gym. Like, dude, I don't know. Go to fucking goddamn Potbelly and get you a sub. Something.
Oh.
Something.
I miss Potbelly.
That is, dude, you blew me with that one. That was crazy. That was so fucking asinine. Whatever, bro. Okay. That segues me right into this ain't a what we not gonna do. This is more so me just getting something off my chest. It's kind of like a you know, a preemptive clear the air of sorts. First thing, it's two things I got. First thing, the bitch assery of all of you ninja watching drones, to where you will literally wait until the moment that we get off a stream or until the next day to drop an incendiary comment towards us on the show about something you feel about what we said, instead of actually popping into this live stream and saying what's on your chest, handling your candle. I have no respect for you weirdos. Y'all would never say any of this stuff to us in real life. Y'all don't stand on nothing. WWE is y'all entire lives. Stop. Leave us the fuck alone. Don't even, like, if you're going to do that, don't even comment. Don't comment the next day. Don't hit the dislike. Just click off the stream and just don't come. Don't ever watch our shit again. Because it was somebody that got butt hurt because we were talking about a hypothetical, which I did preface by saying it's a hypothetical. And we both said as a joke, Tony Khan has a chance to do the funniest thing ever. When we were talking about, hey, if TKO puts WWE up for sale for parts, hey, Tony Khan might get in. We made a hypothetical statement. And it was some motherfucker that commented, I want to say it was the next day, almost to the 24-hour mark. That was like, oh, you guys need to fucking shut up with this fantasy of, you know, Tony Khan buying WWE, this, that, and the third. So apparently this was a person that probably was watching the show once or twice and was stewing because they were too bitch made to come into the show and actually comment what they felt about what we were saying. So if you are one of those people that's watching our show right now, get it out your system right now. Get it out of your system right now, because I'm with the shits. And if you can't get it out your system, don't say it. Just leave the channel. Block yourself. I don't know. Do something. Respectfully. Because I'm about tired of you mofos. I'm about sick of every single one of you weirdos. Y'all are so insecure, dude. Anytime someone mentions WWE and it's not somebody taking a broom handle and shoving it down their throat, y'all get so tight about it. And then y'all do this little underhanded, undercover, bitch-made stuff that you know we not gonna respond to because we not made up of bitch material like yo punk ass. You knew I wasn't gonna respond to that. You knew Werner wasn't gonna respond to that. We say all the time, you got a gripe, air it out in the comment section when we're live.
Mm-hmm.
And do it and try to do it without trolling. Try to do it without trolling. I know that's challenge impossible for a lot of you motherfuckers. But try it. Give it a go. You might even have a good conversation with us. That's so weird.
You might even change your viewpoint. Oh, no.
That's so
no.
Dude, that's so weird. When did this colony of bitch assery pop up in my desert? I don't understand it. I got testosterone running through my body. I don't know what y'all got running through yours. I even laid it down. I even said, if you got something so intense you want to say to me and you see me in person, I dare you to even walk up to me in person. I said that. But y'all can't even get past the internet. Y'all could go under a pro AEW post all day long and talk cash shit.
It's up.
Thank you. Y'all could talk cash shit under AEW posts all day long. All day long. Y'all was under that Mercedes post like 40 going north. Like fur on damn Chewbacca. Y'all were in that motherfucker tough. But boy, y'all get in front of two men that's talking that shit and y'all can only hit the dislike button to comment after we go off the air. I'm going to call you what you are and I'm going to call you what your pimp probably call you. You a hoe. Because WWE is y'all pimp. Y'all do all this goddamn, y'all don't even get paid, so I can't even call them a pimp. Y'all don't even get paid. At least hoes get paid. Y'all don't even get paid. So that cliff that y'all getting ready to fall off of, I'm going to ask you one thing to do. Get a grip. Pull yourself up. Okay? Pull yourself up. And then once you pull yourself up and you get back to the top of that mountain, stand in my face and talk to me like a fucking man. Because I'm about sick of you bitch-made motherfuckers. I don't even care if this stream get demonetized tonight. I'm about tired of you bitch-made motherfuckers. Good Lord. Talking all that spicy shit like you would say it to my boy. Talking all that spiciness. Popping hot ass with all that Fahrenheit. Ain't nobody scared of you drones. Have y'all seen the way y'all look? Ain't nobody scared of y'all. Ooh, you have strong opinions about WWE. I'm going to make an incendiary comment 27 hours later. Bitch. Little sissy man. I'm tired of you motherfucking sissies. It's like y'all grew up in the My Little Pony universe or something. It's like y'all grew up in a Barbie dream house. Get some hair on your nuts, then talk to me. Goodness gracious. My second point. God damn. Dude, I'm sorry, I just don't know where this shit came from. We don't come from this ilk, bro. We don't come from this era.
No. I blame the internet.
The bitch-assery is so high on the internet these days. Dude, it's people talking ill of the dead now. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's really bizarre. You're not supposed to kick somebody while they're dead. That's just you're just asking for bad karma when you go.
Because I'm telling you right now, that too. Oh, yeah, that too. But I'm telling you right now, you do that with me, you gonna have to see me or I'm gonna find you. Your pick. You gonna either have to come see me or I'm gonna come find you. And I have ways. I'm tapped in with multiple situations where I could find you. So play with me if you want to. Boy, I get your IP pulled so fast. Don't, boy. Man. All right. Adrian Carpenter came through with the 5 smackaroos, said Ninja Watchers are afraid of me. They won't confront you on the stream. They never do. Never.
No,
and
never.
When they do, they have to go to trolling. Every time.
And sign language.
Come on, bro. Robert came through with the 10 smackaroos. Appreciate you. Oh, the KO Hippo flipping the hat around. He trying to get a good view of this stream. We appreciate you, man. Thank you. Keep that good energy going, man. We work too goddamn hard. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
This is me, bro. All right. Next thing I wanted to touch on, real quick, fast, and in a hurry. We make a good time, though. I'm not really in a rush. We making good time. We've been making good time on our last 4 or 5 shows.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Next up, I want to read something. I want to read something to y'all because this is huge. This is huge. And I don't think y'all know how big this truly is. Pause if necessary. Big pause if necessary, actually. Okay. Damn, what the fuck? It was right here. I got it, y'all. Give me 1 second. Well, don't you hate when you go to look for something and that motherfucker disappear on your ass?
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Especially if you've ever owned a Roku remote in your life.
Oh my God. I was spending 2 hours today looking for mine.
Goodness gracious, but I got it. But Thekla, and by the way, sweetheart, I want to interview you so bad. We gonna work.
Oh.
Thekla, we gonna work. We gonna talk. Trust me, we gonna talk. But Thekla did an interview in Austria, her home country, if you shall. And she had said about AEW, it's a pretty crazy feeling because I could still remember years ago when AEW was founded. We were watching it on the couch in Vienna, and I said to everyone, I'll be there in a few years. Just so I've said it. I thought the same thing in the ring, like, okay, there we go. I made it. Mom, I made it. I really like that last line.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke about this on the show, I want to say a month ago now. Or was it right after WrestleMania? I think it was right after WrestleMania. We spoke about this on the show.
Yeah.
I said, it's going to get to a point where the last bargaining chip, the last selling point that WWE has when it comes to hiring talent, and y'all know what it is, y'all know where I'm going with this, that last bargaining chip of, it's been my childhood dream. It's been my dream. That someday WWE was going to lose that grasp. Werner said something, and I'm going to give him his propers. And Werner, I clown him all the time. I roast him. But when he makes a point, he makes a point. Werner said, because I said it's going to be more in a more distant future, Werner was the one to say, I actually think it's going to happen sooner than people think. Werner said that. I get credit where credit is due. He said that. Okay? For it to be happening this soon shows you the impact that AEW is having on professional wrestling right now. Now, I know you fair walkers and you drones watching the stream right now. Oh, y'all watching in the shadows, stewing like a motherfucker, listening to me say this. But you can't deny it. It's not like this is some little mid-card jobber saying this. No. This is one of the women that are being pushed as one of the top women in the company right now, saying just a few years ago, she was sitting on her couch going, I want to be there. That's my dream job. I want to be in AEW. And me and Werner said this after WrestleMania. Guys, that bargaining chip is going to disappear someday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to maybe be about 5 to 7 years from now. That's what I thought. That's just what I thought. But I can admit to being wrong. I was thinking 5 years at the minimum. Because a lot of wrestlers, you got to look at it this way. And Werner, you might agree with this. You got to look at it this way. A lot of wrestlers who are 15 right now, by the time they turn in 2021, AEW would have been around for 11, 12 years.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I gave that 5-year window. But the fact that there was people sitting in the rafters watching AEW in year 2 going, I want to be there, that's spooky for WWE when it comes to signing young talents. That's spooky. I don't know if WWE is going to look at an article or an interview that Thekla did, but if they're not, they need to look at that, because that's a big fucking deal. And remember that I said it, but you know what? I'm actually going to step back from this talking point, and I'm going to let Werner cook on this, considering he was the one that called this. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
No, I'm glad that I did see that, and I'm glad Thekla said that. But like, even now, like 16 is still impressionable. Like Nick Wayne, he signed at 18. And that's before and WWE could have still been the dream for him, but he went to AEW.
That's a fact.
And we talked about this. We talked about the ID program. This was because of Nick Wayne and Billy Starks going to AEW. That was their answer, which we haven't heard anything about since, but we digress. But again, like, maybe the 18-year-olds are like, well, hey, this product's doing a lot more. They're paying better. They treat, Tony treats everyone like kings and queens. Why would I go to WWE?
You could cultivate
and the
your
fact
own
that
character.
everyone's
Yep.
And then the real nasty thing, which I'm seeing a lot of discourse on, everyone's like, why are they taking pay cuts? Why are wrestlers taking pay cuts to go to WWE? Why is that not being talked about more? I'm seeing some podcasts.
Yeah, some groundswell about it now.
There's a little bit of groundswell of why are they taking pay cuts to go to what's so great about WWE to take a pay cut? I mean, Daryl, you bring this up all the time about bump cards. Yeah. Why would you be adding a bunch of bumps to your bump card for less?
Do not take your young wrestlers. I'm gonna repeat this because you said it. Young wrestlers, do not take your bump card for granted. All it takes is one wrong move. It almost happened to Julia in that Jordan Grace match. All it takes is one wrong move. Do not take your bump card for granted. Go where you will be creatively fulfilled and you will have a chance at success. I cannot stress that enough. WWE is not that place right now. Werner, finish your point.
And just to go to this, I think your timeline is still good. Like, don't get me wrong. I just think it's going to happen sooner than later due to, I think there's going to be a trickle effect, like right now. By the time we get to your timeline, the 5 to 7 years you said?
It would have been about 3 or 4 crops of talent that went to AEW. Yeah.
Right. So that. By the time we get to that, I think it's going to be more full force. Like, everyone's going to want to try to get into AEW. And then it's like, oh, I guess I'll go to WWE. That type of thing.
The scragglers is what I like to call them.
Yeah. Pretty
So
much.
here's what's gonna happen, and I'm actually gonna piggyback off of your point. So where WWE is right now, the reason why they're trying to flood content, they're trying to flood you with like all of these things and flood wrestlers with the dweem and all this stuff. The reason why they're doing it so hard body right now is because they can see that grip loosening. They can see that grip loosening. Have y'all ever done a rock climbing wall before? By show of hands, how many people have done a rock climbing wall before? Warren, if you raise your hand, I swear to God.
Wait. I looked at one. Does that count?
No, that does not count. That definitely don't count. But if you've ever done a rock climbing wall in your life, have you ever gotten to like the middle of the wall, right? And you start climbing and you feel that tension in your forearm and you like, uh-oh. You like, uh-oh. I don't think I could go any higher. And then
So that
you
way
look
good on a ladder.
and then you look to your right, or you look to your left, whichever one. You look to your right, you look to your left, and you see that one person that's just climbing super fucking fast, and you like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How you? Wait, what? Oh, hey, how are you not tired? Like, that's WWE right now. That's WWE right now. They've had dominion over the rock climbing wall for so long that the only point that talent wanted to get to was right there at the middle of that wall. They didn't care about going higher and ascending higher. That their goal was just to get to the middle of that wall. And now that they're seeing someone slowly but surely starting to climb up and pass them, they're like, uh-oh. So now they doing dirty shit. They trying to kick people's feet from underneath them. They trying to slap people's hands off the next rock. They're hanging on for dear life, and no one is talking about it. And that's why y'all watch us. No one's talking about it. That's why their fan base is clinching on to attendance and ratings, even though ratings, what are you touting at this point?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, that's why they're clinging on to everything possible. Y'all ever throw a cat in a bathtub and watch it try to cling out of the tub as fast as possible? That's WWE right now. They're the panicking cat that just got wet. Pause if necessary.
Pause.
And no one else sees it but us. No one else sees it but us. And obviously our truth seekers. So it's not some fantasy of, oh, well, yeah, let's just talk about WWE dying. Oh, we get off to that. No. This is observable truth. Just pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Dummy. So instead of going to sign language and try to talk crazy about, oh, and I forgot to mention, that same person that put that comment, they went to pocket watching. They were like, yeah, you guys need to just focus on getting your super chats and stuff. I'm like, are you serious? Are you pocket watching? First of all, we appreciate every donation we get. This goes back into the show. This pays for monthly memberships and graphics, and this don't, what the fuck, homie? But a grown-ass man pocket watching, that should make, can I be honest, that should make y'all want to donate even more. Knowing that there's people out there like that hate that we have a grassroots movement where y'all are supporting the show the way y'all do, that should make y'all want to donate even more. I know it would make me want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Give those people the middle finger. You understand? All right, just because I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna read a few comments. Only a few. Go ahead, Warner.
Can I bring up a couple things?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So we talked about on Wednesday about the belt collector gimmick, right, with Mercedes. And I was looking up Ultimo Dragon and his belt collection.
Okay.
If Mercedes wins the AEW Women's World Title and gets back the New Japan Strong title,
Okay.
she will be the only one to have only held world titles. Because Ultimo Dragon won the J Cup, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And those were a bunch of cruiserweights, junior heavyweights, tag team belts.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercedes is on a level, on a plane that
we've never
no
seen.
one has ever done before.
Yeah.
Outside of the TBS title right now. Because every other title she has right now is a world title, minus the TBS. So again, history maker right there.
I thought
Just
about
to piss off all you drones.
I thought about this yesterday. If Mercedes was doing this, like let's say WWE wasn't the shitbag promotion that it is. If WWE worked with other promotions and didn't try and change them or put their WWE stamp on stuff, if Mercedes was doing this in WWE under the same circumstances, they'd be calling her the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But because she's doing this outside of WWE, they're not calling her the greatest of all time. And I also
Right.
and I also went to this again. I think even if Mercedes looked like Tiffany Stratton, they'd be calling her the greatest of all time.
Yep.
But if y'all want to see me break that down like a fraction, what review was that, Werner?
Didn't we do this on Wednesday?
Oh, damn! I could have sworn that was last week. Okay, yeah. Well, check out Wednesday's review if you want to see me break that part down like a fraction. I can't go into that right now. But Adrian Carpenter, 5 Schmackaroo said this is a big moment. This is the first big signing to say AEW is her dream. Yeah, dude, this is landscape shifting, and people don't know it. All it takes, and this is something me and Werner said, all it takes is one to start it. And what do we always say on this show, Werner, is the most powerful form of advertisement?
Word of mouth.
So imagine if, because all women's wrestlers talk, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who don't talk just have beef with each other, a little catty beef. But for the most part, all women's wrestlers talk. Who's to say an up-and-coming women's wrestler don't hit up Thekla, be like, hey, how say he's going in AEW? Do you think I should take the leap?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even think about that, did you?
And what's to say that there isn't someone in Austria right now killing it on WXW? And Tony's been scouting her. And Thekla and that girl's on the fence. All it takes is one phone call from Thekla.
You think that fine-ass piece of women's wrestling named Nikki Blackheart ain't been fielding phone calls from women's wrestlers all across, the world right now? And you think she ain't picked up the phone and called some women in AEW and been like, hey, you think I should? Like Tony reached out to me and he sent out some feelers. You think I should? By the way, she's gonna be huge. I'm not even saying that because she's fucking gorgeous. I've actually seen her work.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be huge. Straight up. One of those talents that even, and I hate saying this, that even if WWE signs her, she's just that, like, she's not fully refined. She's still a little bit green. But, like, once she reaches her full potential, she's going to be one of those wrestlers that it don't matter where she signs, she's going to be a huge star. Like, you're not going to be able to dim her star. It's going to be impossible. She's already way ahead of most women that are her peers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I'm gonna go as far as this. Somebody might say, "Oh, that's a low blow," but I'm not being low brow. I'm just being honest. She's way further ahead in the ring and has a better look and presence than a person that's getting way more gigs than her in Elena Black. Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I said it. Elena, if you got a problem with what I said, come on the show. I'm not backing off of that. I'm watching women that are way more talented than you not be booked because they didn't go to NXT and fuck, you know what? Adrian Carpenter came through with 2 Schmackaroos on the super chat. Said props to Warren. He called it. Yeah, he did, man. I give him credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Adrian Carpenter came through with another 5 Schmackaroos. Man, I love y'all, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in a southern church because it's hot as a motherfucker, and I got the AC
Oh,
on.
dude.
I am burning the fuck up right now. Okay, y'all can't tell because I don't sweat under pressure, baby. But he said Mercedes Moné versus Lockout Alina at CMLL was fantastic tonight. I hate that I missed it. I'm gonna watch it after the show. Let me see what we got. Robert came through with the 5 Schmackaroos with Don Lemon
Lemon.
and Ron Lyle. Appreciate you. See, I'm gonna read a couple more. Warren,
I
did
do
you
have
have something
one
else you
more
want to say?
thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have one more thought. So I actually saw this a tweet that kind of got my mind going.
Mm-hmm.
When WWE announced that WrestleMania was going away from New Orleans to back to Vegas, I said on the show, Tony has can do the funniest thing ever by booking the Superdome, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on that. Like, why not do that? But what would hurt WWE more? Them going to New Orleans during WrestleMania week, or you're sitting in All In Texas and you just see a graphic All In April 19th or 20th, whatever it is, and you just see 3 letters MSG. Now, I do understand that crowd would be full of Fed walkers.
To the rafters.
But this is where Tony would be a genius. If he did it in MSG, then Europe would have to make a choice. They would be splitting the European audience that comes over for WrestleMania every year.
Warren, I'm a play.
Do I want to go to Vegas and spend an extra what, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 on a plane ticket to Vegas?
I'm a play to your point. Go ahead, keep on.
Or do I spend what? I don't know. What's a flight to New York, like $300-400, $500 maybe?
I mean, if you book, depends on how far you book it ahead, but typically somewhere between like $250 to $350.
Right. So double that for Vegas. What do you think European fans are going to do? The most expensive option? And dealing with WWE?
Wait, Werner, let me clarify. That's if your ass ain't on Spirit Airlines. Okay, because I know some people like $250 to $350. What are you talking about? I could get a flight for $80 right now. Yes, on Field the Spirit. No. But Warner, I wanted to jump in on one part of your point before you got too far past it. I think, this is me just putting my foot down on it just because I think you're not being as definitive as I would like you to be on this. I think AEW has already captured the hearts of the European crowd.
Yes. I agree with you there. But I still think there are drones over there.
I mean, yeah, and but they're the people's champ,
Fed walkers, but it's still, I still feel like it would be split 50-50 to where it wouldn't be the whole audience going right to Vegas. There would be some staying in New York for All In MSG, plus all the indies that are in the Northeast area probably going to descend on New York, because why not?
If Tony Khan was like really petty, I would block any attempt that GCW made to be adjacent to my show.
Oh yeah.
If Tony was petty, dude, I would book every venue that they would even think of booking. I would pay
and give it to every indie that isn't GCW.
Dude, I would do that in a flash. I'd buy up the Manhattan Center. I'd buy all the Jones in New Jersey too. Dude, I wouldn't let them even be adjacent. Tony got deep. He could do shit like that too. Like if he really wanted to, if he really wanted to, he could. Oh, dude, they wouldn't run no Manhattan Center, no Hammerstein Ballroom, none of that. They wouldn't even be able to
go to Vegas and go be on the WWE teat.
Dude, they wouldn't be able to run a VFW hall in Rhode Island by the time I was done. Okay. I'm just being real. No, I would play for I agree with that part of your concept that if I'm Tony, I'm playing for keeps. If he does do that, I'm playing for keeps. I don't care. I don't care.
Balls to the wall. And you can still get Master P because he still lives. I'm sure he still has, people out there with hogs, with HOG Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably has his ear to the street on some other up and coming indies that are in the New York area.
And then at that point, something that you know, it's a point you ain't hit on. Now, Tony, you would have your own controlled indies.
Exactly.
Like how WWE has their own controlled indies, like GCW. You know what I'm saying? FSW, all those promotions. You'd have your own controlled indies that you can funnel talent from. You would have your own pipeline.
Or two.
Man, dude, if he really wanted to be petty and really spend the money on like investing in that dude, he could easily have like a dozen.
Yeah, easily.
I think this is just a little side prediction, nothing major. This is a little side prediction. So I think within the next, this is more so like a 10-year thing. I think within the next 10 years, AEW does have a facility. I do. I do believe they have a facility where they train wrestlers and they do like, I do think that happens. I think they're going to wait until the next TV deal and they get that increase. But I do think within the next 10 years, AEW will have a facility and a pipeline. I do.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. All right, let me read a couple comments. Unless Werner has a third point.
No, I don't. But
Okay.
anyone clip this. Clip this whole conversation and send it to Tony.
See what we got. Adrian Carpenter came through with 5 schmackaroos saying the pure symbolism of AEW and MSG would make it worth doing despite the Fed walkers. And Austin Cruz brought up something that I was going to bring up actually. Said MSG for sure. Remember WWE tried to prevent New Japan and Ring of Honor from running the MSG show. Funny enough, I was at that show. That was a G1 Climax show. I was there. And that crowd was hot. Oh, that crowd was hot. Go ahead.
And I'm sure MSG would want the show, considering WWE just forgets about it.
They don't break bread with them.
No, well, except for the day after
like,
Christmas.
Dude, the MSG is like what the Astrodome is to Houston right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like occasionally somebody will come by and be like, yeah, we'll restore this and do something with it. And then the plans fall apart. Like WWE doing that Raw, that felt like charity. That Raw they just did there, that felt like charity. Like, oh, okay, well, we have this little contract with you guys. Yeah, we'll give you a Raw. We'll give you a little super show, a little house show, just to fulfill the contract terms.
Mm-hmm.
But
remember,
dude,
Vince isn't there anymore to make the phone call.
And WWE cannot take that to court because contracts like that with venues don't hold up in court well. And Tony has to know that.
Yep.
Yeah, contracts like what WWE has with MSG do not hold up well in court. Which is why they got sued by MLW to begin with, but was because basically WWE, dude, they participate in torturous interference in everything that they do, even down to contracts. Yep. So yeah, WWE don't want that smoke. So let's say Tony Khan does pay the fee to run MSG. WWE don't want that smoke in court because it won't hold. It won't hold. Okay? Luis Diaz Rodriguez, I don't know if you're a new commenter or not, but said the last generation who was born late 97 to 2000 that is going to fall for that bullshit WWE dream. After that is a whole different generation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. After we get through and sweep up the dustpan of these last few crops, homie, AEW is going to have, when I say crops, I'm talking about like a field's worth of people that's going to want to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Thekla and Kevin Knight are the greatest examples of what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Straight up. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. But I've been seeing a lot of young fans at AEW events, more than adults, possible future stars that will get into wrestling other than WWE. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer they continue to exist and the longer they continue to be procreated, then in which case AEW is going to have a chance, dude. They are.
Mm-hmm.
But let me stop because somebody's going to think, oh, you guys are living a fantasy out. We ain't living no fantasy.
No, it's just an idea. There's no fantasies. I doubt it's going to happen.
Oh, if they did
unless Tony wants to prove me wrong.
Wait, if they did Grand Slam in Puerto Rico in a baseball stadium, that show would sell out instantly, just like the Arena Mexico show did.
Right.
Yeah, that would sell out immediately.
But
Puerto,
I don't see
Puerto
them
Ricans
doing
love their
an
baseball,
alliance
boy.
with. I don't see them doing an alliance with WWC because, you know, Carlito's very loyal to Triple Nose.
For whatever reason or another. He's never given
Yeah.
him anything, but
Right.
people are weird like that. People are weird like
Mhm.
that. Let me see what we got. I'm going to read one more comment because now we are crunching on time. Let me see. Chris said, my only thing with Mercedes winning multiple titles is what purpose does it serve, like in terms of AEW storylines? My assumption is that it makes her look dominant and gives other companies exposure. You just answered your own question.
Yeah, seriously.
You just answered your own question.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I said this on Wednesday, and again, if you want to see me break this down like a fraction, go watch Wednesday's review. This is a predetermined sport.
Yeah.
Promoters are giving their belts to her because they know she is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is that so hard for people to wrap their heads around?
Well, TNA did give their title to Trick Williams, which, yeah.
Yeah, because they want to be under the udder of WWE.
Well, yeah.
Come on now. All right, y'all. Boy, it's so hot, I almost forgot what day of the week it was. I was finna say, light the fuse, Lord. It's so goddamn hot. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into the show that smacks us down. Beautiful people, it is time to get into SmackDown. The show opens with a Grand Rapids edition montage of talent arriving at the arena. Because it is in Werner's favorite place, guess what? Everybody gets no fines.
I feel like they know where I live. So they're like, you know what? We're going to double it up tonight. Everybody gets a late entrance to the show.
Werner handed out mayonnaise packets to everyone who entered the arena.
I was not there.
Yes, he was.
No, I wasn't.
He just got back. He ran, ladies and gentlemen. That's how much he's committed to this show. He ran.
I never left.
They call it, instead of calling it the Speed Force, they call it the Fat Force, okay? So if you heard a belly wiggle in Michigan, that was Werner running past your house. The Fat Force. Everybody put the Fat Force in the comment section, okay? Homie. Oh, God. Werner's flash name was Cholesterol West. All right. Oh, God. That's phenomenal. Good for you, Werner.
I have good cholesterol numbers, okay?
Try not to, try whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen. Try not to picture Werner in a Flash costume. Whatever you do, try not to do that, okay? You will not be able to get that out of your head. I don't even know why I said it just now. God damn it. Okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, here is how the show would kick off. Are you ready, sir? Yeah. No. He talked about his blossoming rivalry with Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, the LeBron Breaker, and the LeBron Breakers, bringing out Paul Cosby apparently, because this motherfucker, you have to go to the other side of Michigan. No. And if you don't leave this radar, you will not get the pudding pop. What the fuck was Paul Heyman talking about?
I have no idea, but that's a perfect summation.
We got Paul Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how do people think he is the greatest manager of all time?
Again, he's a parrot. That's all he does. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, he's doing the thing, so we got to say it with him. We got to say it with him. We can't be late on it. Oh.
Werner got in his exercise for the day. Everybody put a clap emoji in the comment section. You all saw it. He just lost a calorie just now. We are so proud of him. We are rooting him on. Werner is going to lose 200 pounds in 6 days. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right? He's going to look like a brand new man. He's going to have a skinny body with a big face. He going to look like Oprah. It's going to be a good time. Oh, you know how Oprah looked when she lost that weight, motherfucker.
Yeah,
she
that's
had a skinny
true.
body and a big ass head. She looked crazy. That shit, Oprah looked crazy. She got that damn gastric bypass surgery and looked crazy. Ozempic wasn't around back then. Shit. You had to get that vacuum in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh. Thank you for all the clap emojis. Yes, 200 pounds in 6 days. On the Jenny Craig diet.
Is that even a thing anymore?
Okay, I'll switch it up then. The Ricky Lake diet.
Is she even alive?
He's going to become a talk show host, and him walking back and forth on the stage and talking to his guests. He's going to lose 200 pounds in 6 days. One taping. That's all he needs. One taping. He will now be known as Werner Lake. Okay? And when he's done with the show, you know what's going to happen. He's going to use the fat force. Run home. One taping. Werner, we believe in you. How are you upset? We're saying we believe in you. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No. But Heyman told him, you better leave before something bad happens to you. But LA Knight's like, I'm not leaving. He teases Paul Heyman being fucking Paul Cosby. And then the LeBron Breaker, look, I'm just going to call them the LeBron Breakers, arrive. And you want to know something that happened? I saw Bronson Reed come out there, and I was just like, you really expect me to take him seriously after I just watch him get pinned by the Yeet Man?
Yes.
I was like,
yes, you are. You want to know why? Because they're on SmackDown. That's a different show.
Like,
no one watched Monday Night Raw. They won't know that he lost to the Yeet Man.
If you don't get this bowling ball built bitch out of here, man, ain't nobody worried about no damn Bronson Reed. What he gonna do? Fall on me? I'll punch him in his belly. Ain't nobody scared of no damn Bronson Reed.
I'm just waiting for him and JC Mateo to become tag team champions.
What is it
as
going
the
to be?
new
What is it
natural
going to be
disasters.
called? What is it going to be called? With?
No, the new natural disasters.
Shit.
That's
coming to the ring.
That's what I'm waiting for.
With.
Because, Hunter's not creative at all. So why not just the new natural disasters?
Fuck out of here. With. That's what they're going to be called. Wide. What the hell? Ain't nobody. Dude. A wide motherfucker could never scare me. I'm sorry. I've never been scared of people who are wide. Like, everybody was scared of that one school bully that was real wide. He wasn't all that tall, but he was real wide. That wide motherfuckers ain't never scared me, even when I was frail. And that frail shit did not last long. At the moment I realized what weights were, I never stopped lifting them. So, yeah, like, ain't nobody, like, look at him. The motherfucker look like you could roll him down the ramp. Then he'll pop up, Tsunami! I hate Wade Barrett's call of that, too, by the way. All right, moving on before Werner loses interest in whatever he's doing right now. Okay. But this was a standard fucking promo where LA Knight ended up fending him off with a steel chair. Okay. All right.
What is this supposed to do? Like, this does nothing to get me invested in a feud.
Werner, I gotta give you your hometown crowd some shit real quick. Just bear with me. All of them, before they walked into the arena, they sprayed on a cologne and a perfume, or it's unisex, whichever one. It's unisex. They all sprayed on the cologne titled "Overcompensat." This crowd was overcompensating for every single thing that happened on this show. You're not getting a pay-per-view. You're not getting a WrestleMania. You're not getting a SummerSlam. You're not getting a Backlash. You're not getting any of that. Why was it like that? Dude, I swear to God, they could have flipped the lights off in the arena and flipped them back on and nothing happened, and that crowd would have been like, wow!
They keep hoping for a pay-per-view, but it's never going to happen.
Oh, my God.
It's never going to happen.
Homie. They were losing it over anything. Wade Bear could have stood up and adjusted his pocket protector, and they would have been like, oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody might say, why are you mad that the crowd was hot? This wasn't even a hot crowd. They were literally cheering anything.
Yeah, this was the most bizarre crowd I've seen in a while.
And then LA Knight had a pause-ass line in this promo. He said to Paul Heyman, you leech on, you suck them dry, and you move on to the next?
I mean, let's be real here. This falls in with Paul Heyman's gimmick of looking like a predator. And when he stares at his clients.
And on commentary.
Oh, God.
Are they called Seth Rollins' crew? Because that's what, is that not? I almost called him Mauro Ranallo, for the love of God. What is his fucking name? Joe Tessitore. Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's a lot of tension with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins' crew. I said, I swear to God, if they're called Seth Rollins' crew. They don't even have a name.
Nope. How many weeks have we been at this? Since WrestleMania, right? So that's what? Almost 8 weeks?
Dude, they don't have a name, a theme song, a nothing. Yeah, they had to have been getting drunk. Now that I've been to Grand Rapids and I've seen the breweries that's around that stadium, they had to have been getting drunk before the show. Because, dude, they were cheering everything. LA Knight could have flipped a coin like fucking Two-Face and they would have been like, blah, 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 blah. They would have fucking malfunctioned.
We believe in public intoxication in Grand Rapids.
I can tell by how you act, sir. Moving on. Okay. Queen of the Ring semifinal. We got Asuka going against Alexa Bliss. Okay. Warner, we gonna have a make this make sense moment. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Why did Alexa Bliss hesitate on the first Twisted Bliss?
Because Asuka moved and she noticed.
Wait. So the whole thing was she thought it was a trap. Fair game. But let's make some sense of this. Let's get surgical for 1 second. If you are going to a top turnbuckle to do a high-risk maneuver, that you going to the top rope to do a high-risk maneuver, in kayfabe, this is all kayfabe, you're going to do a high-risk maneuver, and you fear your opponent might Venus flytrap you, right? Why wouldn't you, at that point, switch up to doing a move that you know they can't counter? In kayfabe.
In kayfabe. Well, see, that will require Alexa knowing more than her moveset.
No, that's not in
In
kayfabe.
kayfabe.
That's not kayfabe. That's not kayfabe. That's not kayfabe. That's a shoot. That's not kayfabe. In kayfabe, why wouldn't you do, like, for example, if you playing Marvel versus Capcom, you know that one move with every player that you play with, like, all the time, that could break through a guard, correct?
Yeah.
If Alexa Bliss is this intricate, you know what I'm saying, supernatural woman, why couldn't she do a move that Asuka couldn't counter? People blowing fireworks like a motherfucker. Dude, what? That makes no sense to me. Some people might call it a nitpick. I don't care. Because it was awkward. And Werner, if I was wrong on this, why did it come off so awkward?
No, I agree. It came off awkward. But the fact that I saw her move her lips saying, don't fucking move. I mean, she didn't have the fucking part, but she said, don't move. And then she moved and then awkwardly stood there for a second and then jumped off.
So even outside of kayfabe, it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to be nice and go in kayfabe. You see? I was trying to be nice. This is why with WWE, I always say, if there is an approach to be taken that makes sense, they deviate as far as possible from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a moment where, okay, now I'm going to go outside of kayfabe. Alexa, that's a moment where you go for broke. If Asuka moved a little bit, fuck it. You up there now. Just go. It would have looked better if you would have just went for it and okay, you missed. All right, cool, you missed. But it looked so bad that you just stood up there and you just was like, oh, she moved. I'm just going to step down. That looked bad. It came off awkward. Oh, but after, okay, we get it. You got fireworks. It's getting hot outside. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But a failed Twisted Bliss led to her downfall, which is, I think this was supposed to be the finish. I think this match was supposed to end like a whole 2 minutes earlier.
Right.
But like a Twisted Bliss led to her downfall as the Empress of Tomorrow scored the pinfall victory with that terrible, terrible, terrible finisher she has now. It's like a way, way, way softer version of Naomi's rear view.
Mm-hmm.
But how could I forget? This crowd started chanting, "This is awesome."
Yes, they did.
And I said out loud, beautiful people. I said out loud. I said out loud. I said this out loud. What was awesome about it? What was awesome about it? What was awesome about it?
Nothing.
It was slow. It was awkward. You could tell these ladies ain't worked with each other in a while because they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And the WWE style is not conducive to a long-term matchup. Meaning if you haven't faced a person in like, let's say 4 or 5 years, right? When you come back to face that person again, it's gonna be sloppy.
Not only that, like in kayfabe, let's get back to kayfabe.
Oh, now you want to go in kayfabe? Okay, go ahead.
real
Fucking
quick.
dickhead. Go ahead.
In kayfabe, why didn't the commentators mention that these two are former tag team champions together?
Because this company they don't know what they're doing, dude.
It's frustrating because like you're seeing all these reversals. Why are they reversing so much? Oh, they're former tag team champions. They know each other.
That's why I said what I weren't you just repeating what I just said, but taking the long street. Dude, I said that earlier. I said why in kayfabe, if they know each other, why? If you are used to going high risk in these matchups, why wouldn't you do something that you know she can't counter?
Mm-hmm.
I literally just said this a few minutes ago. It doesn't make sense. Nothing with this product makes sense. I was saying, Werner, for the record, I was saying that with that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't get this product. And Werner, to your point, that would have been a great moment to bring that up. When she got down from the turnbuckle, that would have been a great moment to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
This product stinks, dude. But
Jim Ross would have brought it up.
Oh, but wait, they could bring up that Alexa Bliss hasn't been a singles champion in WWE since 2018.
Right.
All right, man. Now, Aleister Black is going against Kid Wilson. No, he's not. because Ron Killings would run out there
Pretty much, yeah. That's
and attack Kit Wilson before the match could even get off the ground. Now, if you're thinking, oh, this match is going to be started up, Aleister Black is going to get in his black mass and never eat a pin. Nope.
No, 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 no.
This was the first moment. Somebody might say, you haven't felt this before. No, not before tonight. This was the first moment, Werner. I can't believe I'm saying this on the show. This is the first moment where I saw something happen to someone that bitched and moaned and used AEW as a stepping stone and went back to WWE. This is my first time going, you deserve that, dickhead. Like, I literally, some people might say, oh, that's not cool. Don't say that. Oh, that's not cool. You should enjoy all wrestling. You should be happy. No, in that moment, I was like, that's what your dumb ass get. I said it out loud. I was like, that's what your dumb ass get.
yeah.
That's what your dumb ass get. I had never said that before tonight. I have decorum. I try to keep it classy on the show wherever possible. But tonight, I couldn't hold it back. I was like, you fucking dumbass. You went back to the Look at you, stupid. Fuck, you look dumb. You look like a meme. You look stupid. And I'm still coveting your wife, motherfucker.
I'm just curious. Has he won a match since he's come back? I don't think he has.
Ooh. Wait, no, he beat the Miz, the Jizz, if you shall.
Oh, okay. So one win.
See how it feels when somebody splits hairs? Yeah, exactly. But no. Dude, you look dumb. You look dumb. I was like, look at that egg on your face. I swear, when he was standing there looking at the ramp and looking at the ring and looking at the ramp, I was like, look at that fucking sunny side up egg on your face, dipshit. Look at you. You came back for this. I've never gloated on someone getting bad booking that came back to WWE, but tonight I did it. I did it. I'm going to admit it. I did it. I was like, you left the best booking you've had in your career to come back for this. And all of what happened would be rendered meaningless, and we're going to get to that later on in the show. And then, Werner, this show is so off the rails and so goddamn variety showed out. Jamie Noble comes in there and grabs R-Truth on the head like he was his wife. And it's like, calm down, honey. Calm down.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be all right. I know your triggers, but you're okay. Do you want to go to KB Toys? I'll take you to KB Toys. I'll take you wherever you want to go. Just calm down. You want a burr? Not a beer, but you want a burr? You want a burr?
Who would have ever thought in a million years Jamie Noble, of all people, would be the voice of reason to calm down Ron Killings or anyone on the roster for that matter?
Dude, just when you thought this show can't get any dumber, any weirder, any fucking worse, it just finds ways.
Yeah.
And the funny part about it is, in a kayfabe standpoint, wouldn't Jamie Noble have more of a connection to John Cena, considering they pretty much rose up together?
Right.
Because Ron Killings was in TNA NWA when Jamie Noble was getting his run in the Ruthless Aggression era. Okay. All right. Now, unless there's some history those two have that I don't know about, I'm open to being wrong, but like, wouldn't he have more of a connection to John Cena? All right. And didn't he play a stooge character with the Authority? Why wouldn't he? Oh my God. I'm making too much sense. Let me slow down. I'm making too much sense. Okay, Adrian Carpenter, you always donate frequently, so I'm going to read that one just this once. Because you actually made a point. You said Black went back to WWE to be up under his wife. I don't even need to read the rest. That's all it is.
Mhm.
He probably heard some footsteps, and I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all wrestlers talk. Wrestlers are chatty patties. Wrestlers are chatty patties. You want me to tell you what I think happened? This is all speculation. This is all first verse. All speculation. I think a couple of his friends that are still in the company called him and was like, hey, bro, your wife got a work husband. You might need to get back here, dog. And you know in his voice, oh, really? Oh, I'll be back there. And then they'll have to knock on my door. That's what I think. And then I'm using my street knowledge as well. That's a mixture of speculation and street knowledge. It's a mixture of the two things. I really think he got a phone call and somebody was like, hey, brother, she kind of cozying up to this one wrestler on the roster. You might want to get over here, bruh. Pronto. And he was like, thank you for knocking on my door. I'm like, dude, I'm almost certain that's what it was. Like it was getting to marriage threatening levels and he was like, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Just does anybody think I'm reaching? For the record, does anybody watching us right now think I'm reaching?
I gotta believe when this happens, not if, when this happens, it's gonna be one of the ugliest divorces we'll see play out in the dirt sheets.
And y'all, I've said this a million times, and I will never back off of this because it's true. Unless it's one of the older couples, wrestling relationships don't last. They don't. They don't. Oh, well, this one worked. You pointed out one of a million. Like, congratulations.
Yeah.
You pointed out an outlier. I hate when people bring up outliers because it's like, dude, that you're bringing up the exception to the rule, not the rule, dummy. Yeah, dude. Well, what about Sable and Lesnar? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Was that their first relationships together? No.
Right. Shut up. I hate when people bring up outliers because it's such an easy way to deflect from putting up a logical argument. Instead of putting up a logical argument, I'm just going to bring up outliers until you quit. That's why I hate a not all motherfucker. You ever be talking to somebody and they hit you with the not all and you like, oh, dude, shut the fuck up. You can have an opinion on something definitively without having to say, well, not all. I promise you can. Like, and it'll be with a conversation where you don't even need to say not all. It'll be like, oh man, you know, SpongeBob got some great episodes, but there's been a couple clunkers, and the person will be like, well, not all. You be like, I'm talking about SpongeBob. Why are you saying not all about SpongeBob? And the same people who hit you with the not all are the same people that tell you, just enjoy wrestling. Enjoy all wrestling. Those are the same people. You can't have a definitive opinion one way or another about nothing. You have to just enjoy everything. You can't have an opinion on one thing in particular at all. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my damn face. You're not winning the debate when you do that. Because I think that's what people who do that think. Oh, I'm winning. No, you're not. You're not winning. You're just annoying people. You're just annoying people. You're making people want to exclude you from the conversation. Only use not all where it actually applies. Warren, is every person on this planet white?
No.
Right. That's where that applies. That's where you say not all. Warren, is everybody on this planet Christian?
No.
You see how easy it is? You see, and even with that, Warner, you used the word what? You just used the word what?
No.
Warner didn't have to say Not all. He just said no.
No.
Fuck. I ain't mean to go on that little mini rant, y'all, but people like that, god damn, dude, you can't have conversations with them. David said, I got to learn to say not all too. You're right. Yeah, dude, if you say that in the conversation, I'm telling you right now, whoever you're saying it to fucking hates you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you know it or not. They fucking hate your guts. Straight up. Louis said Buddy Matthews resigns with AEW. Okay, but here's the thing with that. That also falls under the outlier category. But here's the thing with that. I'm only going to address it because it's a different type of situation. I think they're in that head over heels honeymoon phase, and I'm going to tell you why. Buddy Matthews' track record is not that good when it comes to lasting relationships. It's not. Like, that I actually have game tape on. You know him and Alexa Bliss were engaged at one point?
Mm-hmm.
And they were engaged for a long-ass time, too. So, yeah. Once that we're both Australian, we both love each other, we both like the same things. Yay! Once that wears off, yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Just saying. Hour 36. Oh, we still making good time, but I'm gonna speed it up though. All right. Oh God. We got a clusterfuck segment involving Chody, Covalent Uso, Sami, I can't mind my fucking business, Zayn, Blandy Borton, all talking about King of the Ring and how they have a mission and they all want to win. Dude, when WWE does that, I'm going to start, look, don't let nobody else coin this and you don't give me my credit. WWE loves these Family Feud style promos. What is a Family Feud style promo? Have you ever watched an episode of Family Feud? What do they do when a person answers the question first in the line? They go down to the next, then they go down to the next, then they go down to the next, then they go down to the next. I am so tired of these Family Feud style promos with WWE. It is such a lazy way of getting people on a show. It is such a lazy, uninspired, non-creative way of getting people on a show. Let's just have them all come out and interrupt each other. The only silver lining of this promo was Cody Rhodes didn't get a word in. That looked a little zesty, Werner, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, but you can't. The way this is, that's all.
Sir, were you going to Rumors after the show tonight?
No, I'm not going to Rumors.
Werner, tell the people what Rumors is.
It is an alternative nightclub.
No, ain't no alternative nightclub. It's Bucci Cat being slung around there.
I was trying to, so we don't get in trouble with the algorithm.
I said Bucci Cat, okay? Algorithm, you can't do nothing. That could be a form of feline for all you know. All right. But yeah, dude, I don't even care. There was no substance. There was no content. There was nothing. And Werner, I'm actually going to challenge you to rant on this. Somebody might say rant should be organic. No, fuck this. Tonight, I want you to give the most forced rant that you can, because if it outraged me as much as it outraged you, is it me or is Jey Uso's entrance getting longer and fucking longer? Speak on it, Werner.
So I agree with you. It is getting longer. And here it's getting longer in the fact that we're going halfway outside the arena, watching him fucking walk into the arena. Then he goes to Kid 1.
The plant. Yeah.
Yeah, the first plant. And, you know, a couple people do it. You know, they do this nonsense. Then they go to the second plant, which is an even smaller kid. And then he has to pick them up. And then they do it together. Because, again, not enough people were doing it. Then we have to fucking go all the way fucking down to the ring. And then he has to do it. and then they have to run it back. Why are they running it back? There's no fucking reason to be spending, what was that, 15, 20 minutes on Jey Uso's entrance? What are we doing? If your big hook is your entrance and nothing else, you need to be you shouldn't be pushed to where you're being pushed right now. And Triple H is a lazy ass motherfucker for pushing this and saying that this is good. This is not good. I don't care if Nick Khan, people on the internet. You are wasting valuable time, television time, on one dude running around doing this.
Dude,
It's fucking retarded.
you know what this felt like? Triple H was like, yo, I can't creatively book well enough to fill 3 hours. So I'm going to have Jey Uso do the longest version of his entrance we've probably ever seen. That's what it felt like to me. I can't speak for you, Werner, but that's what it felt like to me. It felt like a time waster. Like, that's what it felt like.
No, that's all it was. I mean, if they cut that entrance down in half, Cody might have gotten a word in. But thank God he didn't.
And guess what? Maybe Julia and Zelina would have had their face off.
Oh no, we can't have two women face off against each other. No.
Especially not two beautiful women.
No. You want to know why that? You know what? Because you know what? WWE doesn't want to get Facebook groups getting telling them to only post men.
Yeah, we could have Skeletor Lynch and Lyra Down Syndrome face off with each other.
Right.
But two beautiful women like Julie and Zelina, no, the crowd doesn't want to see that. They want to yeet. You fucking imbeciles. I hate WWE fans. God damn it, I hate WWE fans. I hate y'all. Y'all are so fucking stupid. Every single one of y'all. And don't hit me with the not all. I'm saying it. All WWE fans are dumbasses. All of y'all. At least the ones that show up to the shows. Y'all are stupid. And all that overcompensating y'all did tonight. It was a woman in the crowd when Jey Uso was coming down and said, she's singing the song word for word, and she's actively looking for where the camera is to see if she's on camera. I'm like, that's how you know it's fake. That's how you know it's fake.
And trying to get themselves over.
Right. Why y'all think we don't like that shit in our comment section? That's why, because it's fake. Stop trying to get yourself over.
Miguel brings up a good point. The Adam Cole promo against Karrion Kross. Put that on Jey Uso. And it's the same result. All he is a fucking entrance, bells and whistles, all that. Once the bell rings,
dude, I cannot stand the WWE fan base. Dude, no part of me can get jiggy with them, dude. Like, I cannot fucking stand them. Like, dude, every time I think of them, I swear it's a song that starts playing in my head. I know the melody of it. It kind of goes something like, dun, 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 dun. All my people in the comment section, if you know what that is, drop the name of that song. I swear that song starts playing in my fucking head every time I see those drones. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. These are not regular people. These are not normal people.
No.
It's like a band of merry dorks and virgins all conglomerating together. Xavier knew what it was. Adrian knew what it was. Yeah, man. Every time I see the WWE audience, that's what I hear. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even being hyperbolic. These are not real people. I sound like that lady on the plane. but yeah, these like, dude, they're not. These are not real people.
No, they're not.
It's like literally watching robots in human form. I've seen, Steve, I'm going to read that comment only on this basis. I've seen bad bitches in AEW crowds. I ain't went to a WWE show since the Attitude Era where I done seen a bad bitch in the crowd. Homie, I could vouch for that. I've gone to AEW shows and seen dime pieces in the crowd. I was like, damn. I'm like, oh, shit. What bitch walked past me? I was like, stop. Wait a minute. Shit, hold on. I ain't seen no. They can't, man, hell no. Can't WWE fan can't call no other wrestling fan no damn virgin. Have you seen WWE fans?
Dear Lord.
Dun 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 dun.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. It was somebody I saw on Twitter earlier talk about some AEW fans would never react to Randy Orton like how they did at ECW One Night Stand because they're not even remotely intimidating. They're not. I'm like, are you serious, bro?
If Tony booked something that hot, they would.
Instead of only in America, I swear with drones, it's like only on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be old enough to catch that reference, by the way. A lot of people was like, what's that reference? I don't know who that is. Ooh, Eric, okay, see, the comment section is heating up. Y'all still got to be a part of the donation game for me to read comments more, but like, the comment section is heating up tonight. It's hot as hell already, but it's heating up. Eric said, WWE fans are the people who go to sporting events just so they can appear on the Kiss Cam.
Bang.
That's
bang,
bad.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good shout. No, I fuck with that take. That was cold-blooded. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Backstage, Aleister Black, and he wasn't in the dark. No one knocked on his door. He interrupted Ron Killings. Yeah,
man.
Warren, I'm sorry to let you down. He interrupted Ron Killings and asked him why he keeps getting involved in his matches. And in the most awkward gay love triangle way possible, AAR Priest pops up in the middle of them, and he's talking to him. Dude, is Ron Killings in a polyamorous relationship? Why was AAR Priest talking to him like he was his bitch too? Focus that anger and save the hostility for John Cena. Then after that, we could go downtown and get a drink, okay?
They were fucking downtown. All you had to do was go 5 seconds down the street and you'd hit a bar.
Dog, why was everybody talking to R-Truth tonight like he was the girlfriend?
You're the little hot flavor of the second. We know you're going to be gone probably after next month. So we're going to talk to you like we love you. But once you leave the bubble, we don't care.
Like even AAR Priest's tone of voice was zesty. He was like, hey, Ron, what you need to do is just focus that anger. Focus that anger. While making eye contact, might I add. You just focus that anger on John Cena, okay? I'm like, what am I watching? This is a product for soy boys and space cadet females
Who believe that this shit is real.
I thought he was going to start singing R&B to him. Before anything happened between us, Cena's like my best friend. The one I used to F you and hit attitude adjustments on every day. Like, dude, what are we doing? If you like this product, you have the IQ of 1. Your IQ is a single-digit number. God damn. You don't get a goddamn cheap motel. All right. Moving on. Oh, and by the way, Warner, Jay Uso gave you a great line tonight just for you. He said, on Monday night, after we go to war, please believe there's going to be 4 letters, 1 word.
Trash.
You sounded like a mummy. You sounded like a mummy. He said, All right, King Tut. Motherfucker. This motherfucker started walking like an Egyptian. You ancient, pasty, mayonnaise encrusted bastard. You wonder why you get roasted. Okay, all right. See?
A good song by Steve Martin.
Add it up, bitch. But dude, okay. And wait, Werner, another line just for you. You ready? Here we go. From Sami Zayn.
Oh dear
And
Lord.
I told y'all this.
What did Che
wait,
Guevara
shh,
say?
shh, shh. I told y'all this was coming. I said they setting the table for the Sami Zayn, for the disingenuous Sami Zayn finish the story yeet push. I told y'all this. But guess what Sami said? He said, I hope you both understand that now it's time for me to finish my story.
What, his story of him
And
coming
wait,
out and being a zesty man?
He said this to Jey Uso and Cody
Uh-huh.
Rhodes.
Uh-huh.
I fucking told y'all on this show that I told y'all this was going to happen. This is going to be the next Royal Rumble win they force on the audience. Mark my words. Yep. Mark my words. This is going to be Triple H's next attempt of creating the yes movement. Mark my words. Boy, Starkstradamus, I keep telling y'all. Go ahead, Werner. Give your comments on that line because I know you loved it.
What happened to him having time off? Let's give him more time off. He needs time off. He needs to be paired with Kevin Owens for the rest of his life. Have him wait for his little boo thing, and then they'll come back together, win the tag titles. No one will care.
Oh, and go ahead.
I mean, no one cares about liberal Che Guevara in wrestling boots.
Warner, WWE think they slick, though. They're already trying to do the build sympathy for him thing, the underdog thing for him. When they've literally, how long has he been on the main roster? How many years have they had to do this? Like when his,
at least 10.
Like, dude, when his look was better, his charisma was better, his overness was way more. Like, how many opportunities have they had to do this and they didn't pull the trigger? Didn't they have an opportunity to do this with the Roman Reigns match at Elimination Chamber too?
In his hometown.
Why
Don't forget,
now?
it was in his hometown.
No, Warren, I want that question answered. Why now? Why now? Why are you trying to force this now?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You wait until he looks like a fucking liberal hobo to be like, now it's time to get his underdog story started. Now it's time to build him for that WrestleMania moment. He's like 97 now. And he looks homeless. Why didn't you do it when he was the clean cut over as fuck babyface Sami Zayn? That would have been the perfect time to do it. Randy Orton would beat Sami Zayn with, you will never guess how he beat him. You'll never guess. You ready?
Was it with a headlock takeover?
Nope, he beat him with a Randall Keith Orton. He beat him with an RKO.
God.
I'm shocked. Are y'all as shocked as I am? Are y'all as shocked as I am? I am shocked. I am stunned. Warren, I don't know how to think anymore.
I can't. You know, he never pulls out that move.
Rarely.
I mean, I was shocked to see it. You want to know why? Because normally commentary always says, "What a maneuver!"
Dude, there was people going, "Oh, Sammy hit Randy right back with the eye poke. That means the carrying cross is getting to him." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" See, carrying crosses, he's mind bending. I saw somebody there saying he's mind bending them.
If you're getting mind bent by carrying cross, you need your head checked.
Jesus be offense. Okay, give me a fucking knife. Warren, you taking the show from here, bro?
All right, up next we have Nia Jax in the ring.
Hold on.
Tiffany Stratton comes out.
Okay.
They fight. This was just a waste of time. Nobody said anything of consequence until it became official that they are going to have a last man standing or last woman standing match. Who cares? They've already ran this match back so many times to why should we care?
I bet every car in Triple H's car collection has bald wheels. Dude, I swear. I bet everything in his house has tread.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker's doorknobs are smooth from so much. Dude, he cannot book anything original to save his life. And then, real quick before it skips my mind, Warner, then they just half-ass announced Julia's going to face Zelina Vega in Saudi Arabia for the Women's United States Championship, completely thinking the audience just forgot that they were supposed to have a face-to-face tonight.
Well, yeah, because that's what they plan on, because WWE never does vignettes or replays or highlights. So if they don't do that, then fans forget.
Brian Alvarez, motherfucker. I'm gonna light you up on Monday. Brian Alvarez, I'm lighting you the fuck up on Monday, bro. I'm about sick of your ass. You a part of that group of media that you don't need to revise your opinions. You just need to be swept out.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to be swept out. Like, you need to just cash out. You know what I'm saying? Take your little severance pay from Meltzer, cash out, and just disappear. Fall off. Because I'm starting to notice something about you. Every time AEW catches a little bit of momentum, here you come feeding WWE drones talking points. Meltzer did it the last go round, which I was very disappointed by. But it's not as common for him as it is for you. But we gonna break you down like a fraction on Monday. Because I'm sick of you, motherfucker. I'm about tired of your ass. Let's keep it going.
Alrighty, up next, we got Charlotte Flair taking on Chelsea Green. To make a long story
wait, you mean the match where Chelsea Green out wrestled Charlotte Flair?
Yeah.
Not that means I think this was a good match.
No.
But like, Charlotte was getting out wrestled by Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead.
But that's because Chelsea's actually a real wrestler, not a product of the WWE. All right, Chelsea Green took off her mask and put Flair away with the Unprettier, but couldn't connect. Flair hit a spear, but Green kicked out. And then, out of nowhere, Charlotte applied the figure eight. I never thought she would win with that.
Me either.
But she tapped out to it. I was shocked.
What is this?
Flair didn't have time. Nothing. It accomplishes a nothing. They're gonna force Alexa and Charlotte to be a tag team for nothing because the belts aren't coming off of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for 6 months.
Boy, you stole my thunder, and I don't even care this time. You beat me to it. I'm gonna give you credit.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Like if okay, hypothetically, let's say tomorrow morning you and I wake up, okay, John Cena tore his ACL. Are we extending the retirement tour? Are we just gonna have the belt just sit there?
No.
Aren't they gonna strip him?
I don't think John Cena is athletic enough to tear his ACL, but I get your point.
I'm just hypothetically saying. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we wake up tomorrow, John Cena has a torn ACL.
I feel you. No, I feel you. I heard you the first time. I feel you.
Stripped automatically. Again, you have shown since the inception of these titles, you don't give a damn, and you should have never put them in the first place.
But why do that when you can make a makeshift tag team that'll never fight for them?
And you have two of them on SmackDown now.
Now they're
with BFAB and Mia Yim, and now Charlotte and Alexa.
Now they're combining ceilings. I never thought we would get to this point. Because I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't let Alexa Bliss off the hook. At one point, Alexa Bliss was a ceiling.
Yes, she was. She was the first ceiling.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember that. Like, she was winning a lot of matches that she should not have won.
Right.
Like, we were like, like, dude, if you were watching around that time, you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was the Charlotte and Alexa show.
Yeah, for those who remember. So now WWE is stacking ceilings. So young women's wrestlers, I'm really looking at you now going, why would you want to go there? You don't stand a chance. They're stacking ceilings in the singles division and the tag division now.
And don't listen to Blake Monroe saying this is the best women's division of all time. It's not. It really is not.
You know, Werner, the day that AEW starts getting their own version of Fed Walkers, which it inevitably is going to happen as brand loyalty builds over the years, and we'll call them out too. And we'll call them out too.
Yes,
we will. If AEW develops drones, we'll call them out too. We will. Y'all got our word on that. But
we've done a few AEW drone accountabilities.
Yeah, we have. Over the years,
it's rare.
Yeah, it's very rare.
It's very rare, but we have done them.
Yeah, we'll do it. But when AEW gets to a brand loyalty point where they have a consistent base of drones and Fed Walkers, we'll call them out. But to all of the Fed Walkers that are wrestling right now and all of the drones that are wrestling right now on the women's side, and you're evaluating your career's next step, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if y'all have ever driven through the hood in y'all life. Have y'all ever driven past a house that it looks like it's in perfect condition, but it's not because it ain't got no stairs on the fucking front? That's WWE right now when it comes to the women's division. You're going to walk up to a house that doesn't have stairs, and you're going to be trying to climb in through the window, and guess what? A crackhead is going to poke you in the fucking face with a goddamn needle. Why bother? Why are you trying to break it to a trap house? Why are you trying to break it to a trap house? And that's a show business term, break into. Why are you trying to, that was a bar. That was actually a double entendre if you were listening. Why are you trying to break into a trap house? For what? Warren, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I'm just perplexed as you are.
I told you, I don't even want to get it anymore.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
All right. Up next, we have JC Mateo taping himself. Pause if necessary.
Shit. Pause. God damn. Go ahead. Oh my God. Oh my God. That might have been one of the most pause things ever said on this show. Oh my God. He was doing what?
He was seen taping himself.
Oh boy. Did he set the camera up? Holy shit. Holy shit. I feel like I'm finna pass out. Half from the heat and half from that. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my God.
He asked Solo what the plan was for Jacob. Solo said that there wouldn't be a need for anything physical, as tonight would be the night for Fatu comes home.
What? There wouldn't be a need for something physical?
No. No. But he'll tape himself up anyways.
He cost you dude, even their kayfabe logic doesn't make sense. He costs you a Money in the Bank briefcase and you don't want to get physical? Oh, shut up, man. It's the blood is thicker than water thing. If you saying that, then watch how this gets unraveled. Continue, Werner.
Solo's in the ring and asks for Jacob Fatu. To make this a long fucking story short, Solo just screams, "I love you, Solo," or "I love you, Jacob."
He loves
I
himself.
love you, Jacob.
That's right. He loves himself very much.
He loves himself. That's why JC Compound was, taping himself up.
Joint custody Mateo. Night on the town. Where he tapes himself. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad you made that a long story short.
Yeah. And then you got Jacob going, "You don't love me? You just wanted power. You wanted to be the tribal chief. You wanted to have the fame and the gold, and you got nothing. Nothing."
If he don't get his, you ain't bad. You ain't nothing, head ass. Dude, and can you stop with the black scent? And when he said, "Oh, what's cracking blood?" I'm like, you're not a blood. You're not a blood. You're not affiliated. You're not black. Stop. I've never seen a Samoan in the Bloods ever in my life, in my entire life. I've never seen a Samoan blood ever. I've never seen a Polynesian, Samoan, Hawaiian, whatever. I've never seen a Samoan blood. Can you stop with the black scent? Talk like a Samoan dude. Because I guarantee you, when you get to Rikishi's age, you're going to be talking like a Samoan dude.
Yeah.
I hate that little fucking black scent Rikishi does.
Yeah.
You're not black. You're not black. Stop it. Stop saying yada mean. That is Bay slang that you don't know nothing about. You probably just heard it in prison. It was like, I'm going to use that someday. Cut that shit out. Fuck. That black scent drives me nuts with them fucking Samoans. You're not black. Just running off fucking black slang phrases just for the shit of it. What you gonna say next? Punks jump up to get beat down? Kiss my ass. I'm sick of all these flying trapeze Samoans. I'm tired of them.
Jacob and Solo fight. Then out of nowhere, JC Mateo shows up. Then a wild Jimmy Uso shows up.
Dude, just speed it up. I don't even want to. Dude, I'm good.
Yeah. Bronson Reed versus LA Knight. Nothing really happened. Ended in a DQ because.
Dude, I saw people after that opening segment going, LA Knight's so back. I was like, oh. Warner, you want to know what this is with LA Knight, with the audience. They're doing that last-ditch effort to try to get him over with The Office, and it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
You can see they're trying. They're like, oh, let's try one more time. Let's see if they'll push him now. No. If anything, they resent when people get over organically. You're making it worse.
Yeah.
You're making it worse.
Alrighty, back from break. We learned that Jacob Fatu will be defending the United States title against Solo at Night of Champions. Ron Killings versus John Cena.
Stop. You had Braun Breaker barking like he was auditioning to be Crypto the fucking super dog on this stupid ass show.
He's a fucking little yuppie dog that deserves to be in a woman's purse. That's all he does.
They turned him into a Shih Tzu. This company sucks.
But the dream.
But these nuts, motherfucker. But these nuts. These Bills Nalls and your Jills Nalls. How about that? Fuck, dude, WWE. Dude, how do you fuck up a can't miss prospect?
WWE knows how to do that all too well.
Oh my God. That was all you had to do. Was just fucking push him like a Steiner and give him his name.
No, we can't do that. No. We can't make money off that. No.
God damn. What's Scott Steiner's son name gonna be? Larry Bird? Dude, WWE is if WWE was a person, WWE would be a fuck up.
Yeah.
And y'all know what I mean when I say a fuck up. A
Mhm.
person that can't get right no matter what opportunities they're given. Wrap it up.
Alrighty, we got Ron Killings versus John Cena. It really didn't matter because Ron Killings was hit with the title and won by disqualification.
And he
So
got
two
hit,
disqualifications in a row.
dog, he got hit in such a, like, dude, the bonk of that title hitting R-Truth put in summation everything that WWE feels about R-Truth. Like,
Yep.
listen to the bonk. Listen to the sound that belt made when it hit R-Truth.
Mhm.
That is R-Truth's career in WWE summarized.
Yep.
When I heard that bonk and I heard that bell ring, I said, there it is. I said, there it is. You knew they were going to fuck him over. You just didn't know when. And then, Werner, what would they do? They would proceed to make him an afterthought because what would happen?
CM Punk's music hit, and Cena and Punk brawled, and then Cena put Punk through a table, and Cena decided to recreate the pipe bomb that Punk did 14 years ago.
Watch this. Werner, I'm a mic drop on this review, and we're going to go to ratings after this. No need to get into the content of what he said. It's all unimportant. It's all hypocritical coming from him of all people.
Yep.
But I tell you what, if that was the last promo John Cena cut in his career for any reason, like let's say John Cena, God forbid, because, you know, even though I hate John Cena as a character and partially as a person as well, because he's such a fake ass, disingenuous prick. But like,
Yep.
I would never want to see him go down. But like, let's say he gets on his private jet and his jet goes down. And that's the last promo John Cena ever cut. John Cena orchestrating in a promo form the destruction, the last little bit of credibility, the last little shred of legitimacy that CM Punk had in his career on that microphone, he did it. Somebody might say, whoa, did you just give John Cena credit? I am. He destroyed him. He destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk cannot recover from that promo. That was whatever was left of CM Punk's pride, humility, reputation. Cena just destroyed it. It's gone. Mr. Mayhem, I know you crying into a pillow tonight, homie. It's gone. It's gone. But you know why? Because that whole promo, I was sitting there in silence and I was actually listening. And the whole promo, at least the stuff he was saying about CM Punk, the whole promo, I was going, damn, he ain't wrong. And all that stuff about I'm the GOAT, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. But everything that he directed towards CM Punk, I was like, he ain't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what was so poetic about it? It's the reason why I said poetic at the beginning of the stream. You want to know what was so poetic about it? Who else could have done it?
Right.
Who else could have done it? Cena was his ceiling. Cena was the one that held him back from everything that he wanted in his career. Who better to do it? There was a legitimate feeling behind it. You could tell Cena really feels that way about him. You could tell Cena has probably always felt that way about him. I noticed something. The moment I praised one thing on the show, a few more people started commenting that wouldn't commented before. That kind of lends credibility to if we were praising the WWE a little bit more than people, you know, we'd have a bigger audience. But no, to wrap this in a bow, the line that hit the hardest for me was when he said, dude, you're not the voice of the voiceless. You're a capitalist. You're a millionaire. I said, oh, shit. He didn't even have to bring up the Saudi shit. When he said that, I was like, oh. He basically said what I said on the show last week. CM Punk became the main thing he hated. No, I've been saying that since CM Punk came back. He became the one thing he hated, which is what made him returning that much more embarrassing. Cena really feels that way about him. And you want to know how I knew, especially, Werner, when he doubled back and he said, thank you for letting me use your promo to fucking destroy you, basically. When he said that came from a genuine place.
Yeah.
This is the most genuine I've ever heard John Cena sound in his entire career. Take a second to process that. And I witnessed Cena's entire career. This is the most genuine John Cena has ever sounded on the mic. Ever. And he used the one genuine promo that I think he has in his system to end the man that is CM Punk, the character, the man, the myth, the legend that is CM Punk. CM Punk cannot recover from that. You know why? Because John Cena just gave every wrestler that is going to be in feuds with him material. Valid material. CM Punk, if I was you, bro, after this match in Saudi, I would retire. I'm not even kidding. I'm not being hyperbolic at all. Punk, if I was you after this match in Saudi, I would retire. You got nothing, dude. He emasculated you. He broke you down like a fraction and stripped you down to the studs, homie. It's over. Go home. Matter of fact, Warren, I said I was gonna mic drop on that, but did you want to give a take on that promo?
You know, I think it was the right promo at the right time from the right person. I'll agree with you on that. I think there is no way Randy Orton could have done that promo. There is no way and hypothetically, if he was still in AEW, the MJF could not pull off that promo.
No.
Only John could have done that promo.
That was the only person that could end him.
Yeah. I don't know where Punk could go after this. Because now, after that promo, every wrestler in WWE can use that. That is free game right there. And that can shut Punk up like that.
So don't be surprised if this begins the disgruntled CM Punk arc in real life, as a shoot, not as a work. Don't be surprised if this is the beginning of the disgruntled CM Punk arc.
And real quick, East, what color John Cena t-shirt are you wearing?
Warner,
because the only time you
Warner.
showed up is when we started mentioning Cena.
Your hometown crowd cheer Columbus, Ohio, bro.
Shut no.
You can't talk. You can't say nothing tonight, bro. You can't say nothing.
He hasn't said
tonight.
a thing in weeks. And the movie mentioned John Cena. Here he comes.
Homie. Your hometown crowd cheered Columbus, Ohio.
There are Fed walkers there, okay? There could be people up from Ohio. There could be people up from Indiana.
Homie,
there could be people up from Illinois.
Homie, it sounded like 80% of the fucking arena. Do you want me to send it to you?
I heard it. Did you also see the fan in the front on the way to the ring with the sign up that said Ohio State's hasn't beaten Michigan in 2,229 days?
Oh, look at you bringing up outliers to win this.
It's a fact.
See,
it happens at WrestleMania
what did I say,
every
y'all?
year.
If you got to bring up that outlier, homie, we heard what we heard, and If Cena wants to, invite Keys to his playpen, then in which case that's between him and Keys. Okay? Keys, did he buy you a boat? Did he buy you a boat? Did you show up to defend his honor? But yeah, guys, that's all I got. This show still was a negative fucking 10. Terrible goddamn trash. And now here's the negative side of that Cena promo. Now we gotta hear WWE drone sucking this promo off for the rest of the damn year.
Yep.
Oh my God. Like, I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna be honest. Because they maybe get one of these every 3 years. And they got one tonight, and now we not gonna hit the end of this for like, I think we're gonna be hearing about this promo going into 2026.
I bet you it wins a lot of awards.
Oh, just the thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. No moment, obviously. Go ahead.
-10. Grand Rapids doesn't deserve any TV anymore. No moment.
Clear the air, man. When you are in your masculine, your masculine alpha, and you own your purpose, and women can sense that, your woman will submit. If your woman is not submitting and she belly aching you and nagging and all that shit, that ain't your bitch no more. That's what I want to clear the air on.
Mm-hmm.
You better have one tonight, bitch ass.
So, for much of the country, it's going to be fucking hot.
As a mother lover.
We're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. But make sure you are checking on your. Make sure you're checking on your grandparents, your older parents. Make sure everyone's getting water.
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 I don't have coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's water. Water. It's always water down here,
That's right. All right. Haven't played that one in a while. Go ahead.
Yeah. But make sure everyone's doing well. Get people to cooling centers if they need to. Try to find them in your area. And let's make sure no one dies over this treacherous next 4-day stretch.
Because my black ass is going to be, well, I got some runs to make, but I'm going to be under the AC. Straight up. I'm not moving. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. No, I don't like the heat. I don't like it. 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 The only people that like the heat is skinny white bitches. I don't like the heat. I don't like it. I don't. Shit.
Where's winter?
I love, Werner, I tell people this all the time. What's your favorite type of weather? 70 with a breeze.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite type of weather. Yep. I love it when it's hot outside. The women be naked, motherfucker, if you don't have heat stroke in time to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Yes, I'm drinking my water like crazy. I felt, man, I was getting in the shower earlier. I swear, I felt my chest lock up for 2 seconds. I said, nope, let me go get some water. I said, nope, I'm going to get some water. Nope. So yes, drink a lot of water. You don't want your blood to coagulate and you have a heat stroke, or in older people's case, have a heart attack, okay?
Yep.
So yeah, absolutely.
But make sure to check on family members too.
For sure. Cap. Keith, that tells me you ain't been to Vegas enough. I've been to Vegas 31 times, homie. I would take Vegas heat over what's happening in the Midwest right now. Because it's dry heat. You barely even feel it. Like, it could be 90 degrees in the nighttime and it'll feel like 70. If it's 90 degrees in Chicago, it's 90 degrees in Chicago. The fuck?
Well, it feels like 115.
And it feels like I am just too close to love you. Wah. All right, y'all. It's time to get the fuck up out of here because me and Werner are going to talk about girls. That's what he did earlier. No, man. No. And I've been to Vegas in July, homie. No. But time to get up out of here. So therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his ass. So sign off yet again. It's the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, the just your boy, Mr. Starksan.
The beginning of Hope Worldwide, the Messiah, Semi Cute Sixes, and the Internal Pessimist. Big Dub.
Peace out, y'all.
See you Monday.
God damn it, Werner.
I forgot,
Never
you
go
know,
to
I'm getting my-
Squidward's house at this fucking pace.
I